Hello. Hi,
Hello.
Maria. Nice to see you today.
You too, Judy?
I'm Judy Rickey, and my company is Clutter Relief Services, and we're out of Hamilton, Ontario. And today I am talking to one of my team members, one of my subcontractors, Maria Georgoulis.
Long Greek
Georgoulis,
name.
Georgoulis, sorry.
You got
Um,
it.
okay, so Maria started with me last fall, but she has been a member of the professional organizers for a few years. We're very happy to have her. She is based out of Mississauga, which is the farthest reaches of my area towards Toronto, but she will travel everywhere. So, Maria, why don't you just tell us a little bit about your organizing experience or past?
Sure. I think, like everybody, I've been organizing my whole life. I can remember my mom taking me dress shopping for herself, and I was organizing the racks of clothing. So it's something sort of inbred. But when it sort of turned into an official job, I guess, is I had a family member in crisis, and I stepped in and helped her organize. And I was surprised at the profound effect it had on her. Like it relieved this huge weight for her, and it made her life just so much easier. And it also made me realize that something that I find so instinctive is not necessarily the case for most people. So yeah, I started getting referrals after that and started working with seniors, downsizing. They were either moving to retirement homes, smaller homes. They were empty nesters. They had just so much stuff, and they were overwhelmed by it. And they didn't have the physical capacity to deal with it, or the emotional capacity to deal with it. Yeah. And I had a friend who was a member of the professional organizers, and she recommended that I join. And so I started off I was sort of, excuse me, I was sort of going to both the Hamilton meetings and the Toronto meetings. And then COVID happened. And that kind of put a kibosh on everything. But afterwards, I started working more in the West End, and I was delighted by the traffic difference. And yeah, I found you, and I
Perfect.
found others. And yeah, so I was just absolutely like, commuting became a pleasure. So I'm going against traffic because I usually end up, you usually send me to Burlington or Malton or Hamilton. So yeah, that's sort of my story.
Much better. Oh, that's good. So in your past jobs, because I know you're not in your 20s, what
I
what
wish.
what did you do? What did you do? And were your skills transferable to organizing?
I would say absolutely. We had a family restaurant. I was part owner of a family restaurant I basically grew up in it. And we sold it sort of in the late 2000, I think it was 2009. And so organizing was a massive, important aspect of that, because if you don't have your ordering right, your prep work right, all of the things in place, you can't do the job. It's chaos. So when it's busy, so organizing has to be like such an important part of the job. And also, I also worked as a law clerk. And so handling all the lawyers' files, the filing, the deadlines, all of that, that also played a huge role in the job, because missing deadlines was kind of a big deal, and having so many files and juggling so many files just wasn't possible unless you were organized. So yeah, it kind of I maybe I put it in all the jobs I do, but I feel like it's a really important aspect in every job, that if you're not organized, especially in something that's very high pressure, things kind of fall apart. You need to lay that groundwork.
I think having that organizing ability, you do kind of put it into other jobs, whatever jobs you're doing.
Absolutely.
And how you were talking previously about kind of getting into it by helping a family member. That's the same thing that happened to me. I was helping a close family member and definitely noticing the huge difference that I was making and the stress that was coming off of of them. And as we were getting more and more organized, I really wanted to be able to do that for other people. So do you think that you enjoy the organizing, or at least the work hours, a little better than at the restaurant?
Oh my God, yes. I mean, having a day off is a revelation. So, I mean, a restaurant 7 days a week, 14, 15 hours a day. So no, absolutely. Having time off. I'm still kind of a little bit, I don't know, not used to it after, spending a lifetime that way. But no, absolutely. The hours are a lot better. But yeah, and the work, it's so challenging because you never know when you're going into a house, what everybody has different challenges, different spaces, different. I mean, we go into a lot of homes where they're in crisis, so they're different stories, and so it's definitely, yeah, every job is different and challenging and exciting.
Yes, you're right. Whereas other people might not think it's as exciting, but we're like, yes, we want to get in there and get that stuff out. Um, so, what do you do with your time off? What are your hobbies?
I love baking. Confession, I do have a small problem with baking, accessories. I really love them, and I get gifted them a lot. But yeah, I adore baking and cooking. And I also love hiking. I'm actually headed next weekend to a friend's house in Ottawa, and we're going to go hiking in the Gatineau. I screwed up my foot a little bit, but we'll take it slow. But yeah, just being outdoors and in the fall colors, it's so relaxing and amazing and nourishing.
Definitely. Yes, I started walking every day now, and I just like the fresh air.
Yeah,
Which, I mean, I always liked it, but I just never knew how much I needed it every day.
absolutely.
So yeah. So in your area, what donation center would you say that you use the most? Who do you like to
Probably
donate to?
the value village. I like the fact that it's going to the community, and that they can and they're very well run store, very organized, and the people are so helpful there. But yeah, value village, I really like
Okay.
the fact that, yeah, that they're able to give reasonably priced items, and back to the community.
Yeah, it's definitely. I mean, they are a for profit, but they also give, I believe it's 10 cents a pound, to either Diabetes or Kidney Foundation, or whichever one that store supports. So they do give back that way. And then also by allowing the community to buy things at a lower price, definitely.
Yeah.
Yes, I just purchased some puzzles from there the other day because I love doing puzzles, but I always declare them when they're done. Um, so last question is, so why do you work for me, and what do you enjoy about it?
I
About
love the team
working for a company?
aspect. You guys are awesome. I love, like, when I've worked, I mean, sometimes it's just me and another person, but a lot of times we're like a team. And we're descending onto a home to fix it. And there's just an amazing amount of camaraderie. And I love also, I mean, this is going to sound funny, but I love how organized you are. There's an answer for every situation. You have a person for every situation. Something comes up, oh, I have a guy for that. And I just love how, like, I'm very comfortable too, knowing that you've done your due diligence with everybody. That we all have our police check, that we all have our insurance. And I feel very supported by you and by Dale, your right hand, and knowing, yeah, but I just love the team aspect too. It's just a lot of fun going in there and working with Rick and Rachel and Dale and everybody else. But yeah, we go in and we solve problems, and we have a lot of fun and laughs doing it too. And I think the homeowner, I think it's fun for them. I mean, of course it's hard. I'm not saying it isn't, but there are moments of laughter and silliness too, which I enjoy, and yeah, it's a lot of fun. I think we should bring some humor into this job.
Definitely. Definitely. And we're never doing it in bad, we're never being bad about it or
Oh no, it's
whatever.
cheering the homeowner up,
Exactly.
it's cheering them on and cheering
It's
them
like,
up.
you find
Yeah.
the chocolate Easter eggs that were probably 10 years old in the closet. Like, were you planning to save these for a rainy
Yeah,
day?
yeah.
Like that kind of humor, right? So yeah, it's a lot of fun working in the team, and that's exactly why I branched out into the team approach, because I didn't like working by myself. I much
Yeah.
preferred working with a team, and when I was a subcontractor, I enjoyed that aspect of being with a team. So I wanted to emulate that and keep doing that. And yeah, I look forward to working with you a lot more in the future.
Absolutely.
And I hope that you have a wonderful fall. There's a couple months left, but we'll definitely see you again soon. And thank you for chatting with me today.
Thank you so much.